Hey guys, 24/7 Tech here with another review today. Yesterday was a Gear Icon X. Today it's another X device, the iPhone 10. iPhone X, some people might say, but it's pronounced iPhone 10, and I'll explain to you why it is. So X is 10 in Roman numerals, and that 10 represents 10 years of iPhone in Apple's history. So this phone is in honor of Steve Jobs, and it is a special edition phone. So limited quantities, buyers quickly if you want it. There is a waiting list delivery time, but Black Friday is coming up, and you know how many people are going to stand in line for that. Say hello to the future. This is the phone people are going to be talking about for a long time, probably until the end of 2017. Apparently Apple's envision from a long time was to create an iPhone with entirely screen, and they've sort of done it. They're just a small little notch, which is probably going to be iconic for the iPhone 10, just like the vertical cameras. Apple made this completely different from the iPhone 8 Plus, well, some similarities in the iPhone 8. And finally, in 3 years, we get a new design from Apple, and I have to say they've done it pretty well. It's all screen, and there's no on-screen home button, so how would you do it? There's all swipe gesture stuff to do. Somehow I don't have my iPhone 4. Let me just take this random battery pack. So basically, you just swipe up to go back home, swipe up and stay there to get into the task menu, like task menu or whatever they call it. I think you scroll down from here to get to the what you would do normally from the top, and scroll down from here to pull up the menu. And to activate Siri, hold the power button and keep it like that, and then you activate Siri. To take a screenshot, press the volume up button and the power button, and there's way more gestures. I'm not going to get to every single one of them right now. It has a nice 5.8-inch Super Retina display. I've seen it at the Apple Store. It feels amazing to hold. It fills the hand. It's like you're holding an OLED screen in your hand. It's like really nice. And the choice of materials, this is why I sort of like Apple phones. They always feel premium because of the choice of materials Apple uses. And they've gone above and beyond with glass on the back and the front to support wireless charging, and a stainless steel band across the side. It's a special edition phone, so they're ready to put the money in. I'm probably guessing they wouldn't do that next year because stainless steel is pretty expensive. They probably will switch back to aluminum, cheaper, but more prone to scratches. Stainless steel, it's like a rock. It's a little thicker. It's thicker than the iPhone 5 actually itself. It's 7.7 millimeters thick. I don't think people are gonna really care about that because it offers so much technology that the thickness of the phone won't really get it. It won't really come to it. One thing people are so hyped up about is the OLED screen. I'm hyped up about it, but I'm not all into it because I've seen OLED so many times on my Samsung Galaxy S3, on my S4, on my S5, on my S6, on my S7. OLED's been there a long time, guys. Like, it's not something new, but for iPhone it is, and Apple's going to be marketing it a lot. And as you might have seen if you went to the Apple Store in pictures, the little tiny notch houses basically everything new in the iPhone 10. The Face ID, the new selfie camera with portrait mode, and everything else like that. All the new sensors. That little space has basically most of the phone's technology in it. It's water and dust resistant IP67. Apple did not improve over that to IP68, which would be better if you're going in a swim and you want to take some underwater pictures, because this thing has an amazing camera. It's the second best camera in the world, actually, following the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL. This has a rating of 97 on DxOMark, while the Pixel 2 has a 98, so pretty close right there. Very nice portrait mode. Colors come very accurate. Minimal saturation. It's very nice. Gestures are going to take a little time to learn, but if you have it in a week, I guarantee you'll be using it just like a normal phone. Apple did not want to go the normal way by just keeping an on-screen home button, which would make life so much easier instead of all these stupid gestures. But it's fine, Apple. You're different. I get it. It's okay. Face ID is basically replacing Touch ID this year. It's now your password. Probably, I think Apple's gonna bring Touch ID back with an on-screen fingerprint scanner, probably around 2019-ish. Face ID, you could use it to unlock, authenticate, and pay for Apple Pay if you have Apple Pay. It uses 30,000 invisible dots to map your face, and I have to say it's not as fast as Touch ID, but it's pretty, it does not get fooled that easily. It's enabled by the True Depth camera, basically the selfie camera. The camera looks very nice in the front and the back. One of the reasons why the iPhone X is such a good camera phone. Blurred backgrounds, sharp foregrounds, and like portrait mode on a selfie camera is just amazing. And this is pretty much why you've been here for this review. It's an emoji time. Something which, an emoji, a cat or a dog, which can map your face and see what it's doing and display it out is just legendary to some people. And it's not the only thing why you would buy this phone, but it's certainly a cool feature to play around with. Cameras, as I said, are amazing. The performance on this cannot be doubted. It's the fastest processor in the smartphone world. A11 Bionic just brings it to such an amazing level that, God, it's so fast, it's snappy. 3 gigabytes of RAM, though that's not a lot, it can get the job done. It's capable of 600 billion operations per second. It's 70% faster than the A10 Fusion. Yeah, I think you got it. Now, wireless charging is enabled on the iPhone X. It is okay, and fast charging is too, but you have to spend around $85 to enable it properly, so that might be an issue. Tech specs, like the specifications, I think you guys know already, but there's 3 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of storage. You can upgrade that to 256 gigabytes if you pay an extra $150. 458 ppi, still not as good as the Samsung phones. Samsung is the one who is providing Apple with these displays, actually. But the thing is, this camera outperforms Samsung's Note 8, which is a beautiful camera, which just proves that Apple's really stepped up their game, at least this year, in the camera category. This is not going to come for cheap if you're interested to buy it. It's not your average $600, $700 phone. It is a flagship, but I don't think it should be this expensive. $1,000 for apparently groundbreaking technology by Apple. It is the phone I would recommend, like, if you wanted to buy a phone and you had, like, no budget whatsoever and you're, like, the richest man in the world. But even if the Walmart or, like, Target or, like, some nice chain retailer gives, like, $300 off the iPhone X, which is, like, half the price off the iPhone 8, which would be amazing, it's still breaking the bank at $700. Thanks for watching, guys. I'd sort of recommend this. Subscribe up there and like down below, and I'll catch you in the next one.